Welcome friends to GKwithNAYANSIR. In this video, we will discuss about various missions to the moon and especially Chandrayaan 3 of India. Lunar missions have captivated the imagination of humanity for decades. The moon, Earth's celestial neighbor, has been a subject of exploration and scientific curiosity. Throughout history, various countries have embarked on lunar missions aiming to unveil the moon's secrets and expand our understanding of the universe. In this video of GKwithNAYANSIR, we will try to look into the achievements of different countries' lunar missions with a particular focus on the Indian mission, especially Chandrayaan 3. Brief agenda for today's video. Number 1, United States and the Apollo program. Number 2, Soviet Union and the Lunar program. Number 3, China's Chang'e missions. Number 4, India's Chandrayaan missions. And number 5, very interesting list of 12 people to walk on the moon. So the first point, United States and the Apollo missions. The United States made history with the Apollo program, which successfully landed astronauts on the moon. Led by NASA, the Apollo missions achieved remarkable feats. The most iconic mission was Apollo 11, where Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to set foot on moon. Subsequent Apollo missions such as Apollo 12 to 17 further advanced our lunar knowledge and conducted extensive scientific experiments. These missions paved the way for further exploration and left a lasting impact on the space exploration history. In number 2, we will have Soviet Union. A major player in the space race launched a series of missions under the Lunar program. Luna 2 made history by becoming the first human-made object to reach the moon in 1959. Luna 9 followed the suit and became the first spacecraft to achieve the soft landing on the lunar surface, transmitting images back to Earth. The Lunar program continued with missions like Luna 16, which returned samples of lunar soil to Earth, contributing valuable data for scientific research. The next player in space race is China. China emerged as a key player in lunar exploration with its Chang'e program. Named after the Chinese moon goddess, these missions aimed to explore and gather data about the moon's surface. The China's Chang'e mission, launched in 2013, successfully deployed a lunar lander and a rover, making China the third country to achieve a soft landing on the moon. Subsequent missions including Chang'e 4 and Chang'e 5 has further expanded China's lunar capabilities. India entered the lunar exploration domain with its Chandrayaan program. The Indian Space Research Organization (ISRO) successfully launched Chandrayaan 1 in 2008. This mission marked several milestones for India, including the discovery of water molecules in moon's surface. Chandrayaan 1 played a crucial role in mapping the moon's topography and identifying mineral resources. Building on the success of Chandrayaan 1, ISRO launched Chandrayaan 2 in 2019. The mission aimed to achieve a soft landing near the moon's south pole and deploy a rover. While the lander's descent did not go as planned, Chandrayaan 2 remains a significant milestone in India's space exploration efforts, showcasing the country's technological powers and determination. We will discuss about Chandrayaan 3 in detail later in this video. In addition to individual countries' missions, international collaborations have played a vital role in lunar exploration. The International Space Station, a joint project involving multiple countries has served a base for conducting research and experiments related to lunar missions. Cooperative efforts such as the AirMiss program led by NASA with contributions from international partners aim to return humans to the moon and establish a sustainable lunar program. Now, Indian lunar missions in detail. First, Chandrayaan-1, 2008. Chandrayaan-1 was India's first lunar mission. It was launched on October 22, 2008 from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota, India. The spacecraft carried 11 scientific instruments including a moon impact probe, a terrain mapping camera, and a hyperspectral imaging spectrometer. Chandrayaan-1 entered lunar orbit on November 8, 2008. The spacecraft released its moon impact probe on November 14, 2008. The probe crashed into the lunar surface, creating a crater about 50 meters wide. Its mission was to study the chemical, mineralogical, and photogeologic mapping of the moon. On the screen, you will get some additional information about Chandrayaan-1. India's second lunar mission was named as Chandrayaan-2, which was launched in 2019. It was launched on July 22, 2019 from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota, India. The spacecraft consisted of an orbiter, a lander, and a rover. The orbiter entered the lunar orbit on August 20, 2019. The lander named Vikram attempted to land on the moon on September 7, 2019, but it lost contact with the ground station just 2.1 kilometers, that is 1.3 miles away from the moon. The rover, named Pragyan, was successfully deployed from the lander, but it was unable to move due to lander's crash. Chandrayaan-2's mission was to study the lunar surface, including its geology, mineralogy, and chemistry. The mission also searched for water ice on the moon. The mission was a partial success as the orbiter and the rover were able to collect data from the moon. On the screen, you will get some additional information about Chandrayaan-2. Now it's time for Chandrayaan-3 2023. Chandrayaan-3 is a planned third lunar exploration mission by the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO. It will consist of a lander and a rover similar to Chandrayaan-2 but wouldn't have an orbiter. Its propulsion module will behave like a communication relay satellite. The propulsion module will carry the lander and rover configuration until the spacecraft is in a 100-kilometer lunar orbit. The launch of Chandrayaan-3 was scheduled for July 14, 2023 at 2:35 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Chandrayaan-3's mission is to study the lunar surface, including its geology, mineralogy, and chemistry. The mission will also search for water ice on the moon. Chandrayaan-3 is a significant mission for India for a number of reasons. First, it will be India's first fully independent lunar mission as it will not have an orbiter. This means that the lander and the rover will have to rely on their own systems to survive and operate on the moon. This will be a major test for India's space technology and capabilities. Second, Chandrayaan-3 will be India's second attempt to soft land on the moon. The first attempt with Chandrayaan-2 was not successful, but the lesson learned from that mission will be incorporated into Chandrayaan-3. This means that there is a good chance that Chandrayaan-3 will be successful in soft landing on the moon. Third, Chandrayaan-3 will be India's first mission to the lunar South Pole. The lunar South Pole is a region that has never before explored and it believed to be a potential source of water ice. This makes the lunar South Pole a very important target for exploration, and Chandrayaan-3 will be the first mission to study this region in detail. From the scientific angle, Chandrayaan-3 will help to advance our understanding of the moon, including its geology, mineralogy, and chemistry. The mission will also search for water ice on the moon, which is a potential resource for the future human exploration. From technological angle, Chandrayaan 3 will be a major test of India's space technology and capabilities. The mission will require the use of advanced technologies such as precision guidance and navigation systems to soft land on the moon. Economic significance. Chandrayaan 3 will have a number of economic benefits for India. The mission will create jobs in space sector and help to boost Indian economy. National pride. Chandrayaan 3 will be a source of national pride for India. The mission will demonstrate India's technological powers and its growing importance in the global space community. We all are aware about Neil Armstrong, Edwin Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. Michael Collins was associated with the orbiter, but a total of 12 people have landed on the moon's surface as part of the Apollo missions conducted by NASA between 1969 and 1972. Here is the list of individuals, including their mission names and countries. I beg apology for the noise coming from outside. It's heavy raining outside, and here is the list for you: the 12 human beings who stayed on the moon. The first one is obviously Neil Armstrong. Neil Aldrin Armstrong was an American astronaut and aeronautical engineer who in 1969 became the first person to walk on the moon. He was also a naval aviator, test pilot, and university professor. Armstrong was born and raised in Wapakoneta, Ohio. The second one, Edwin Buzz Aldrin, is equally famous. He was an American astronaut, engineer, and fighter pilot. He made 3 spacewalks as pilot of the 1966 Gemini 12 missions. He was the lunar module Eagle pilot on the 1969 Apollo 11 mission and became the second person to walk on the moon after Neil Armstrong. As number 3, we have Charles Patrick Conrad Jr. He was an American NASA astronaut, astronautical engineer, naval officer, and aviator, and a test pilot. And he commanded the Apollo 12 space mission, on which he became the 3rd person to walk on the moon. On number 4, we have Alan L. Bean. Number 5, Alan Shepard. Number 6, Edgar Mitchell. Number 7, David Scott. And number 8, James Irwin in Apollo 15 mission. 9, John Young and Charles Duke, Apollo 16, 1972. And from Apollo 17 mission, we have number 11, Chandrayaan, and number 12, Harrison Schmitt. Thank you very much, viewers. Please like and subscribe GKwithNAYANSIR and share if you like this video. Thank you.